Happy October, friends! It's Logan Myers here, back from 31 Days of Horror and Cinephellas.com. Tonight we're talking about my favorite Sam Raimi movie, The Evil Dead, the original from 1981. Oh heavens, I'm thirsty. Get over here. Sweet Southern Jameson. The Evil Dead was shot on 35mm for $350,000 in the woods of Tennessee. And if you guys have followed the channel, you know how much I love the Evil Dead franchise. You know I love Ash Williams, old Bruce Campbell himself. And this is the first appearance of Ashley Williams on the big screen. So in the film, we have 5 college students that end up at a cabin, and they want to load up, they want to party, and they get lit. So that's essentially what is the premise, the setup for this film. They go to the cabin to hang out. They come across a Book of the Dead in the basement, in the cellar, and a recording. And as they listen to the recording, it starts to summon demons. And that's pretty much the premise. One by one, they become possessed by these demons, and the only way to kill them is to disembody them, basically cut off their limbs. You have Ash's girlfriend Linda that gets possessed, and Cheryl, is honestly the focal point when it comes to the possession of these demons. She has some great scenes in the movie where she's possessed, and there's some scenes with the pencil and the Achilles tendon, and a lot of great practical and gory effects. I mean, this is a key 80s B horror movie to the extreme. Overacting, the practical effects, the cheesiness, the comedy, all intertwined into one. And I was talking about Cheryl. One of the most famous scenes from the movie is the scene with the tree. I won't say much about it, but the tree takes a liking to Cheryl, and the rest is history. There's a lot of great elements to this film. The practical effects are top notch. With a shoestring budget and being one of the first films, they're trying to make sure that they get the best bang for their buck. In terms of practical effects, is like back in the day, you'd have stop motion, claymation, and you'd have practical effects of like buckets of blood and makeup and things like that. And that's what Evil Dead does the best, especially for the 1980s. They had a lot of cheesy movies, but this is one of the best, B horror films. And today we don't see a lot of stop motion used in films because everything's used by CGI with computers and things like that. It's a little lazy, with films like this that are lower budget, that do, the work. It really makes the movie work a lot better. Other aspects of the film, the cinematography, the camera work is very legendary. The scene with the water going up to the cabin, the up-close shots of Ash and Cheryl and Linda. There's a lot of great camera work in this movie, just being on a lower budget. But Sam Raimi had the idea and everything he wanted to do with this film. And this is all based off of Sam Raimi's short film Within the Woods. I think it came out in 1978, but a short film that they turned into a major motion picture. And thank God for that. And the Evil Dead franchise is one of my favorites. It really is, because it's different compared to other films of, this era. You take the Evil Dead for what it is. It's comedy, it's gore, it's great camera work. When this came out, it was definitely an original premise. And, it's still my favorite movie of the franchise of Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. This is more of a horror film. I mean, there's comedy in it, but it's more of a horror film. Where Evil Dead 2 had more comedy, and Army of Darkness is honestly just a comedy. But it's my favorite of the franchise. The introduction to Ashley Williams, old Ash, old evil Ash, and even Ash versus Evil Dead now, he's still resurrected and still alive. This is the beginning. Hopefully you guys have seen this movie. If you have not, just definitely go check it out. I'm going to give The Evil Dead a 5 out of 5 because I'm biased. What? Boomstick pieces. What did you guys think? Do you guys like The Evil Dead? Do you like the first film, the second film, Army of Darkness? What's your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to click subscribe. This is Logan Myers signing out from the cabin. Book of the Dead, fuck off. Until next time, cheers!